All right, so, hi, good girl. We're going to talk about a few different training things here. Got my training treats. So we can use treats or we can use toys. I'm going to show you how to use both for rewards. She is very toy motivated, so she enjoys stuff like this. But let's go over some basic commands. Sit. Good. Good job. So I do expect her to sit in this position until I release her with a free. Yeah, good girl. And then I'll trade her for the release as well. Come here, kiddo. You want to try again? Come here. Sit. Good. Good. Free. So I want her to be sitting in different positions. I don't want her just sitting in front of me because I want her to understand that wherever she is, when I ask her for that sit, I want her to sit. Come here, baby. Sit. Good. Free. So it took her a second to make that decision. Notice I didn't repeat myself. I just waited her out. And then once she did it, I marked with good and I rewarded. Good job. Sometimes puppies get a little butterfly brain and a little distracted, and that's okay. I would rather reward her for making the right decision than correct her for making the wrong one. Great. Come here. Sit. Good. So now I'm going to start adding some distraction. So if she gets up, I just put her right back. So I'm going to start taking a couple steps back. And then come back and I reward. Good. Free. And then I release. Right? There's a lot going on right now. I've got lawnmowers going off. My landlord just walked into his area. So there's a lot of distraction happening. Down. So again, I'm just giving her some time to make that decision. And then I'm just going to lean into her since she's not making the right choice, and I'm just going to wait. So she's made the wrong decision. I'm just going to pull her back. That's where she should be. This is puppy butterfly brain. That's pretty normal. And this is where I might actually repeat a command because I think she might have just forgotten what I asked for. Down. And then the last thing that I can do is ask for it with a hand signal. Good. Free. And I'm going to try that a couple more times with everything going on, just so that I know that she actually understands what I'm asking for. Down. Good. Free. So that was actually a little bit more progress because she went into it down with just some body language. Down. Good. Yes. Nice job. Free. So that was just waiting her out for a second because I could see those wheels turning and her wanting to make the right decision. So I wanted to make sure that I let her make that decision so that I could reward it. I'm a good girl. Down. Good girl. Now that she's doing really well with this, I'll start adding some distraction, which is taking a couple of steps back. She makes the wrong decision. I put her back where she should be. Good. Take a couple steps back. Good. Good. There you go. Free. Good job. Well done. Let's try that again. Baby, good. Down. Good. Good. Free. You don't want to make progress on top of progress. So what you want to do is make some really good progress, reward her, and then release her. if you make progress on top of progress, you're going to get a dog that's bored, right? We want to make sure that we double reward her and don't let her get too frustrated. Good girl. Yes. Good job. So this is my off-leash leash training that I'm about to show you. So this is called the bubble game almost. And what it is I'm rewarding her for being in the right position with me while I'm walking around. Good. This takes the pressure of the leash completely away and lets her make good decisions. Good. Good. Now, I don't have a lot of space up here, but you can do this in your backyard. You can do this in your kitchen. You can do this anywhere that you want. Good. Nice job. So that's called a target. So what that is it just breaks up commands so that it doesn't become so tedious and boring to her. She's a puppy, so her attention span is this big right now. Target. Good girl. Nice job. Very pretty. Very pretty. All right, let's talk about biting for a second. I don't mind a little bit of mouthiness, to be honest with you. It's when it starts to get a little bit too much. There's a couple of different things that I can do here. I can either, one, let out a very loud ow, and then when she's distracted, I reward her for her right decision. Or I'm going to very slowly take my hand away and I'm going to ask for a behavior, like a sit or a down. Or I'll slowly remove my hand and replace it with some sort of chew object, a toy or something like that. Just so that she starts to associate the difference between, oh, I can chew on that, I can't chew on mom or dad. Hi, you. What are we doing? Hello. Down. Good. Very nice job. Free. Next, I'm going to show you kind of how to reward with a toy. Sit. Good. Good. Free. Yes, go get that toy. You can't do a lot of duration training with toys, or a lot of reward in between with toys. You kind of have to get that duration, mark with the ones that, the marker where it's saying, yes, you're doing the right thing, keep it up, and then reward after with the toy. Down. Oh, what a good girl. Waiting for her to make the right decision. Boom, there she goes. Good job, get that toy. Good girl. So you want to keep things pretty short. I don't like to train for more than 10-15 minutes at a time with a puppy, just because it can get really tedious for them. Behind home, have like 3 different sessions a day that can be 10-20 minutes. Some brain games involved, which I'll show you a couple. Good thing is that you've seen some brain games with Miss Yuna, and you know how to kind of incorporate that into her life. Now, she is a baby, so her nose just isn't quite as good, and she's a little floppier right now. So her find it command is going to be a little simpler. So I'm just going to take the treat. Come here, kiddo. And I'm just going to toss it out. And I'm going to say, find it. Good girl. It's going to be pretty simple, easy to find stuff right now, right? We're not using a ton of grass or anything like that because we don't want her to be discouraged. Hey, you, right here. Find it. And again, if she gets distracted, we just kind of move with her to the right spot. Find it. Use your nose. Use your schnoz. There it is. Good girl. Good job. This is her way of telling me that she's kind of done. She started offering this down for me, and that's just her way of saying, hey, this has been a long session. I'm really tired. Can we take a break? All right. Which, in that situation, I absolutely will let her take a break because that's a really polite way for her to say that she's tired. So, good girl. I know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and then we're going to come back with some place.